For those who are new to my channel, my name is Josie. Welcome to 50 Essentials. I decided after I gave up my fight of falling back to sleep that I was going to sit up. So I'm sitting up now. Oh man, but before I sat up, I got on Facebook Marketplace looking for a whole bunch of stuff. Um, I've got an interesting day today. Now, I was supposed to wake up at 8:45 a.m., but it is 7:02 a.m. and I've been awake since 5 a.m. I could not go back to sleep after that one. Um, I have an alarm set to make sure that my mom takes her pain medicine because you don't want to be out of pain and having to find your way back to peace. No, I was serious about that. I became a pain management specialist overnight. So I have been literally calling to make sure she takes her medication so that we are not suffering in between doses. Um, I decided to stay the night at home tonight because I still have the boys and their agenda and the things that need to happen here. So I'm just kind of back and forth to mom's place. And, one of my awesome friends decided to gift me a cap session. So at 10 a.m., okay, it's 7 o'clock right now. And I gave up on my fight for sleep. So I want to say I got at least maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep total. Um, but at 10 a.m., the goddess within me is going to be coaxed out of me and around me. I'm about to go through some Kundalini activation at 10 o'clock this morning. Now, I'm about to have a whole experience with a different facilitator. Okay, so, I heard this one is different. The energy ain't gonna be so graceful, I'm guessing. It sounded like a good idea yesterday before I was waking up every 4 hours. But hey, it may be just exactly what I need. This is that spiritual life, man. I'll be talking about when you mix, when you're mixing a lot of, superpower energy with your day to day routine. This is how I'm surviving. I took Harataki last night, so I definitely got some dreams in. I got some people to call to tell them about these dreams. Um, I have to go and get certain things from Facebook Marketplace to help mom with bathing and, just extra cushions for when she needs to sit in a chair and things like that, like just mobility stuff. So after I'm done activating my Kundalini, I have to dash out of the house to go and grab some things on the way to see mom, make sure that she eats and gets her vitamins and minerals. As a matter of fact, I have to remember to make a smoothie before I leave here because I'm supposed to be bringing her a smoothie that has sea moss and bladderwrack in it, to get her blood back up and get her, just create an environment where her body is able to do its thing to heal. So I got to get her nutrition going here. Um, There's a lot of things that I have to remember. I use Google Notes and I use my alarms and my timers for everything. And with this energy going the way that it's going, boy, just being out there driving is it's entertaining, and it's kind of like an adrenaline rush because of all the things that are happening. When I went to go pick mom up from the hospital, I stopped by her place to dust before I got to the hospital, and I had to exit early because it was a whole car on fire, you guys. A whole car on fire near the exit that I was going to take. And I'm like, man, this energy is wild. Like, it's crazy. But, I do what I got to do to get through it. I'm doing my stretching, I'm doing my Qigong, my breathing. I've been eating light because heavy food is just going to make me too tired. It's going to have to work too hard to digest it. So I've just been running off of a lot of fruit and water and juice, smoothie type things. So yeah, like I can't even remember what else is going on today. Oh yeah, well, while I'm dealing with all the stuff I just told you about, the kids are wanting to go skating. They go skating every Saturday. So part of my mind is going to be, with them out in out in this energy. And part of, a lot of my mental energy and physical energy is going to be over there with my mom. And that's how it's been lately. I've been split because the boys had to ride the bus to school a couple of days this week. They had to be dropped off a couple of times because, retrograde is not having no mercy. So the timing of everything and the process of everything has been kind of all over the place, but I think we did really, really good at getting mom home and getting her settled and, dealing with the delays and the changes. Because I don't want her to feel rushed and all this and that, or feel like she's some kind of inconvenience. We not finna do that today. So yeah, it's a lot, but I'm alive and I'm still actually eating and feeding myself, because a lot of times people, when they dealing with a lot, they'll forget to eat. They won't feed themselves. No, I'm not even playing. I honestly, like, I've stayed away from anything with caffeine in it except for like one time in the last few days because I need the stamina and the endurance. And for me, whether it's coffee or tea with caffeine, anytime I introduce caffeine, it's for my mental stamina and endurance, not my physical stamina and endurance. Because what it does is it calms me down and helps me focus. My brain works differently. So if I'm going to have a moment where I'm enjoying coffee, or I have to be just doing mental work like on the computer and stuff and be able to move at my own pace. I'm not one of them people that can drink coffee in order to take on the day out there in the world. I'm like, it's totally different. If I know I got to be out there being a superhero, you better believe I got fresh fruit with me that I can just eat with my hand. I got my water with me that got black water drops in it. I got my vegan shake with me. All of my on the go stuff, and I make sure that I'm taking my CMOS with my bladder rack. And when I'm out there, if I gotta get anything. It's a green juice from the produce section at the store real quick, plantain chips, stuff like that. Everything is just fruit because I figured out that fruit is what really gets me going and keeps me going over the long haul. But if I'm not exerting a lot of physical energy, I can tolerate drinking coffee when I'm not doing both mental and physical. So yeah, coffee is more of a enjoyment thing for me than I gotta drink it for energy. I don't drink it for energy. I just like it. But yeah, I just make sure I take all of my supplements and drink and eat all of the right things in order to keep going. And I think part of me being able to get through this, as well as, of course, you know, my military training. I ain't been in it forever, but that stuff sure does stick. So, sleep deprivation on deck, it doesn't mean I don't rest. I don't push myself. I'm literally just responding to each thing as it comes. I am not trying to add to my list, not at all. Um, but yeah, this is what it looks like right now, and I carry my awareness and my connection to source every day, all day. When I wake up, I reiterate that connection. I cover myself in divine light. I put up my deflectors, you know, and I tell my team what I need, and I set the day. I set the energy for the day. And throughout the day, I communicate with my spiritual team, and they communicate with me through symbolisms and signs and things. No matter how much is going on or how fast things are moving, I still see the signs and I'm still able to be guided. So that's what I think is awesome. So I'm just kind of accepting each thing that happens in the moment, because believe me, I'm aware and I see and I've navigated through the craziness out there. But as long as I don't feel crazy and I'm not participating or part of the craziness, I'm okay. It's very interesting because this whole time, I probably only had one moment where I've expressed any form of anxiety, and that was when I went to go pick up the boys the other day, and they had the middle schoolers cleaning the classroom. You know, it's one of those things where it was something that they should have did and they didn't do it, so they had to stay after school to do it, right? But I didn't have time. I had an hour and a half to get my garden together because I had just acquired new plant babies and I needed the help. I needed the boys' help. And I said, nope. I went in that school. I said, get your stuff. Let's go. He tried to say something. I said, get your stuff. We are leaving now. And then the principal and they were talking and they were trying to explain why he was there. I said, look, he can do this some other time. Let's just make arrangements or whatever, but I have to go now. I did not have time that day. That day was jam packed. It was crazy. I had an hour and a half to plant a loquat tree and plant some things in the boxes and then water all of the plants that I had acquired. I had acquired a avocado tree, and a fig tree, and then there was some other potted plants, and it was just the most. But we got it done. We got it done. So, like, in the middle of all of this chaos, I'm being blessed and I'm so grateful. And I thank all of you again. Like I said, I know y'all are probably sending energy and intentions my way as well as for mom. So I thank you. It's working. Um, and thank you so much for the donations. You know what's so crazy is that I shared that Square link after somebody said, "Oh, they can't do Cash App." I shared that Square link, but I realize now that in the description under all of my videos is the Cash App link for me, and the Square link is there. So that's another place that y'all can find it, is in the description of this video. It's going to be there. For those of you who can't do Cash App, there's a link to Square. It's so crazy. I actually did an emergency reading like yesterday too, in the midst of all of this. I'm telling y'all, like, there is no control over nothing right now. And if you're not the one enjoying this and really in celebration and saying, like, you got to, how those people are when they're happy because there's a thunderstorm, like people who love extreme weather. You got to be one of those people right now when it comes to the energies. You got to let it excite you and motivate you and inspire you instead of bringing you down, because that's the only way you're going to survive. Detachment is a big thing. Mental strength is a big thing. Really letting go in each moment of whatever you don't need to be thinking about. I'm telling y'all hear me say this all the time. Dr. Joe Dispenza is my man. He is legit, because that present moment meditation that you can find on YouTube, just keyword search Joe Dispenza present moment. You should be able to find it. It's about 45 minutes long, and I'm telling y'all, it helps with your negative thinking. It helps with your overthinking. It just helps your brain obey your soul. Okay? It helps, just period. It helps with peace of mind, because you're literally training your brain to not think, even though you're allowing yourself to think during the practice. You're just observing them, and then you're going back into feeling your energy. As soon as you know you're thinking, you become cognizant and you say, "Oh, nope, we're feeling, we're not thinking." You start to feel again, and it's a practice back and forth. And you'll find that the more you practice, the longer you can hold just feeling your energy inside of your body. And your mind is not thinking. It's like training an animal, literally, you know? So it's very interesting. Anyway, let me let you, I'm rambling now because I'm being lazy. I don't want to get out the bed even though I can't go to sleep. It's okay. I'm about to probably do that meditation. Yeah, because I usually do it when I wake up first thing, but I felt like I needed to talk to y'all today. The word of the day is egregious. That's the word I got today. And I think it's because I want to replace my mom's shower head with the one with the hose, the handheld shower head. I want to put one of those, and his spirit is like, that's probably not a good idea. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, all I can do is try. Find out why it's not a good idea. I don't know. We'll see as the day goes on. If I'm reading that right, but egregious, they always send me words sometimes that I don't know immediately the meaning, so I have to look it up. The day that they sent me, I forgot the dang word that they sent me, but it meant a warning. It was a warning, admonishment. I got that word on Monday, and I remember telling somebody about it, and then I saw a crow. And I was like, I don't know what this means, but all I know is that it's a warning because I looked it up. And that was that morning, on Monday morning. Like by Monday afternoon is when my mom called me and was like, yo, they're trying to get me into surgery on Wednesday. And I was like, oh, shoot. So y'all pay attention when y'all get random words and look up the meaning because your spiritual team is trying to tell you something. So admonishment is what I got the first time before my mom found out she was going to surgery sooner. And then today I got egregious. And I'm sure I'm going to find out what it is that's not good in a big way, because that's what egregious means, is something not good in a big way, like a huge cluster mess. And I'm just like, whatever. Like, I don't even feel, it's crazy because I don't even feel bad about it. It's like, I don't feel any negative way about it. I'm going to just flow with it, and whatever happens, I'll come back and I'll probably post it in the community tab once I figure out what this egregiousness is about. That's probably going to unfold over the next day or so, because that seems to be what's happening with these words when they pop up now. But yeah, this is you guys' update. I'm making sure that mom's not experiencing extreme pain by making sure she takes her medicine on time. And like I said, I'm finna go feed her life food so she can get her strength back up, because she's complaining about feeling weak. But I mean, it's only natural if you just had surgery, so yeah. But love to you all. Hang in there. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta do breath work, do breath work. Just don't hurt nobody, and don't engage with somebody when you know that you're high in your feelings. Handle yourself by yourself. And then when it's time to handle something between you and other people, come correct, because that's what you expect for them. You expect for them to come correct. So you have to go first, because you're less of a victim to these energies than they are a lot of times. Talk to y'all soon.